Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. The hits keep coming.
No. Wait, welcome everybody to the Calm Down podcast. Before we started, I got this from Erin. Oh no. She's looking at her phone. What's wrong?
Well, good news, bad news. What do you want?
I always like bad news first and end with an exclamation point.
Ted Lasso star Brett Goldstein says they're writing season 3 as the season finale. No, I'm not ready for it to be over.
I think there should be a rule that if you win that many awards, you have to at least do 5 seasons. This is not right.
It's not
You can't
right.
bow out early. No, it's like the 90s Bulls being like, hey, you know what? We're going to stop at 2. Let's keep it going.
Keep it going. Here's the thing. That is one of, let's talk this through because I'm really upset. I, first of all, got excited driving the other day on the 405 because there's a huge sign with all of them out there. And I was like, oh my God, are they coming back? When are they coming back? Well, I guess not. They're not coming back for a while because they're still writing season 3. But then the world sucks right now. There's so much bad news going on with everything and just awful stories. Ted Lasso is such a bright spot. We need another petition. That's so upsetting. Come on, Jason Sudeikis. This is like the best thing ever.
I'm going to I have his mom's email.
Yeah.
I'm going to email her and see if we can get to the bottom of this. Kathy, hey, not to divert attention quickly away from this devastating news, but is Succession ever coming back? Or
oh yeah, Succession. I'm waiting for Handmaid's Tales. Did you ever get into Handmaid?
No,
or Handmaid's Tale?
I'm still trying to do Ozark. There's multiple of them because I'll tell you what, there's not multiple of seasons of Ted Lasso. So there's that.
Come on.
We'll get into Handmaid's Tale, but yes, Succession. I feel like I've been here. It's COVID obviously stopped production on everything. I saw pictures of them on the street doing filming, and now that was at least a year ago. What's happening? What's the turnaround? Somebody get a producer on the line. What's the turnaround?
Rob Riggle, call your friend Jason Sudeikis. What's going on? Okay, do you want the good news?
Yes, please.
Hold on. Back to Ted Lasso. You think at least 5 seasons, right?
I think if you win, well, how many awards did they win?
All of them.
They won everything. Yeah, exactly. I think that you need at least 5 seasons when you win that many awards. Or you know what? You're not up for an award. If you're not going to commit to at least 5 seasons, let somebody else win. Let somebody else win the Sex and the Cities of the world, or the frickin' what was the show that was on for like 700 seasons?
Seinfeld, Veep, Friends.
Veep. That's exactly what I was thinking.
She was winning them all.
Love. She's in. Oh my God! If you guys haven't seen Veep,
I haven't.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Oh my God, you haven't?
Should I start?
Erin, it is right up our alley. What an expression that is. It's like a hot dog down a hallway. I love that show. It is so funny. Her assistant, all of this, like the supporting. I mean, Jesus, did I ever work in entertainment? Supporting actors are so great in it too.
I need to watch it.
Really.
Ted Lasso, by the way, has won 7 Emmys. Yes, lucky number 7. I think you should absolutely have to come back for 7 seasons. We'll give you 5. But this is troubling, upsetting. I do not like this news. Do you want the good news?
Yes, please.
Great news for the Los Angeles Rams and great news for football. Aaron Donald is not retiring. He re-signed, became the highest paid defensive player ever. And I'm pumped about it. And I'll say this about Aaron Donald. I was having this conversation with Matthew last week. I think I talked about this on the podcast. I had to talk to him on the phone, just getting ready. For a San Francisco LA game. I think it was week 18. Charissa, I sat outside because I was at the hair salon. I had to step outside because it was too loud. It was like a club in there, Royal. And I sat and talked to him for 35 to 40 minutes. I don't think that guy gets enough attention. I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does. He was telling me about having to reinvent himself, or having, when you know all the focus is on you and you have 2 to 3 guys on you all the time, how do you continue to make plays? What do you do to adjust? And he was just talking to me about watching film and trying to do what he does. And he'll come up to, to his D-line coach and say, hey, let's do this, or what about that? I talked to his D-line coach about it before the game. I started getting jacked up. I'm getting jacked up now. I love that guy so much. I think in the NFC Championship, when he was really vocal on the sidelines, and also at the Super Bowl, obviously, when he made that play, hopefully he's in people's mouths that more than he should, or you know what I'm trying to say, as much
like
as he should
about,
be. But I hope, he gets the love he deserves. What do you think about that? Do you think he does?
I think that he's definitely known around the league as, the most dominant, the best defensive player. Awards would suggest that as well, that he's not being snubbed for somebody else. That said, it's also because of his personality. And, he is quiet and he just goes about his business and he's not that loud. His body and his play is so loud, but he's more subdued. I remember after you had that conversation with him, you called me. I was at Living Spaces, where I am often, looking for a cloud couch alternative, a dupe, if you will. And you were so excited about your conversation with him. And I was lucky enough, I miss doing sidelines here and there. I give you all the credit in the world because I can't do the travel like you have done for 2 decades. But I miss sitting down with players and I miss those, midweek calls and stuff that you have with them, which is what I got to interview him for NFL Films. And it was such an enjoyable interview. He is so quiet. So to try to learn more about him. Big Rochambeau player, this guy. Crush rock, paper, scissors. I feel like the strategy. He's an incredible rock, paper, scissors player. He beats everyone every time.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed. I want to play him. When? I don't know. Erin, sorry, 3rd and 4. Have time for a little match?
It only takes a second.
Yeah.
You can bring it anywhere. But he's really, really good at that. But I think it also has to do with the psychological warfare that he does and on the field and takes that into extracurricular activities like Rochambeau, if you will. But I'm really happy for him and I'm happy for that team. And it would be a huge loss for the league to have him leave early on an account of a few dollars. So kudos to that organization for doing the right thing because he is the gift that keeps on giving.
99.
My mouth is very dry.
I got to be honest. That's a jersey I want. I've said it over and over the last year. I want a 99 jersey. I think that he's unbelievable. I love him on the field. I love him off the field. I'm pumped he's staying. I'm pumped he's down the street from us at SoFi. It's going to be exciting. Summer's over.
Summer it's over. Not over.
It's over.
But the other day, and we talked about it when I saw that 100 days until the season starts, I got excited. I have mixed feelings where it's there's still some stuff I want to do, but then also I flew earlier this week to interview Cordero Patterson, who was a great story considering the fact he's headed into his 10th year and he had his most productive year in his 9th season. And everyone's like, oh, this breakout player. It's no, dude, it was his 9th season, but he's been with 5 different teams, 8 different offensive coordinators. And the guy does everything. I mean, plays all. And I loved what he said. He goes, my mom worked 3 jobs growing up. Why can't I play 3 different positions?
Oh, I've seen that. So lovely.
Yeah. So sweet. So that gets me excited for football when I sit there and talk to those guys and, they're reporting now and they're getting ready to go back. So, but what doesn't make me excited, and I'm still going to have to, this is the delays in the fucking airport.
You had a good one this week.
I got 4 hours is a tough one. And I've got to look, I understand travel, it's part of it, but I forgot. I feel like I've been really lucky lately. So I need to do. So then what do? I go into Hudson News. I buy a book. I have 7 books I'm in the process of starting. This one's called Win the Day. It's all about how, because I'm at the place, as you know better than anyone in my life, where I'm not looking back. I need to not look forward. I need to just be present in the moment. So this book is about that. I'm going to read 30 pages of it like I've done, and then I'm going to set it down. Then I'm going to pick up the other book. So I need to make a concerted effort to start and finish one book at a time.
I didn't read anything this summer. There's still time. I will. Do you know what I started, but I am not doing it every single day, which I'm supposed to. I have tried, but then there's some days where you wake up and your house blows up. We'll get to that in just a moment. My girlfriend Lauren got this for me for my birthday. It's called the 5-Minute Journal, and it's great. And I feel like you do this with your brother all the time, but you wake up in the morning and before you do anything, kind of like what you were saying, before you turn on social media, all the kind of stuff, you say all the things that you are grateful for, all the things that you hope happen in the day, and your kind of couple of affirmations. I obviously am.
Are you
trying still wishing for a little bit of luck on the baby side of things. So I will always mention that because the whole thought process is if you think it and believe it, it's going to happen or put it, into the universe, yada, yada.
And the universe.
And then they have it before you go to bed as well. So you have a day and you have a night and you flip the page and same thing. So we were laughing because one of my girlfriends was like, so what are you putting in this thing? And I was like, I was talking about having a baby. I was talking about stuff for my career. It's also good, like things you want to get done in the day. What are you thankful for? You could say like this comfy bed. It's gorgeous here in South Bay. Like there's not a cloud in the sky. I was so mad at my husband one day. I wrote, what would make today great? And I wrote, if Jared doesn't talk to me.
Hey, that's where you were at that day.
I put it out in the environment or universe.
He probably tried to talk to you and make amends.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you good about it? So you were saying you want to be better at it. Like, where's you're inconsistent?
Oh, it's just like some mornings where you wake up, I'm like, it's now 2:30. I'm like, am I allowed to write in the day part now that it's 3 o'clock at night? Maybe I will. But yeah, it's really cool. I love it. They have great quotes as you start the day. And yeah, it's really cute. It's called the 5-Minute Journal. I've seen it on Instagram. And now you guys probably will too, because I spoke about it. And if you're anywhere near your phone, you're going to get an ad for it.
That whole thing, speaking of putting it into the universe.
Putting it into your iPhone.
I know. I don't know how I feel. Sometimes I get excited that they're listening to me. I'm like, oh, this is exactly the outfit that I wanted.
The Patriot Act. They're listening to us. All because of VA.
Then the other side. And you know what? It's an interesting dichotomy because the other day I'm at Barnes & Noble and she's like, do you want to sign up for the membership thing? Save 20%. I'm like, no. Because here's what we're doing. We're paying the $25 to save the $90. And in the end, you probably do save money, but I don't want to stand there. I don't want to give my information. And then I'm offended that she's asking for my information. And I'm like, why am I offended? All my information is out there. And this is the part where I'm like, I get mad because I do all these things to protect the information and then it's out there. But then I get excited about the referral for a bathing suit. So,
I didn't know Barnes & Noble was still in business. I'm excited to hear that.
Oh, because I love getting, if I can't get when I was staging a house, I needed the coffee table books right away and I hadn't put the Amazon order in right away. So
you can get them there?
Over to Barnes & Noble. Yeah, they have ton everywhere. They got books.
Do they still have Starbucks in there? Starbucks.
No.
They still got some Starbucks in there, girl.
Girl, I'm going to tell you right now, those Starbucks are everywhere.
Oh, they are.
There's a corner. And for anyone that lives in Woodinville, Washington, you know what corner I'm talking about. Of course, Starbucks originated in Seattle, so it's only right. There's a Starbucks in a grocery store. There was a Starbucks in a Barnes & Noble. There's a Starbucks on the one corner of the street, and there's another Starbucks on the other corner. There's 4 Starbucks in the one corner of this town in Seattle. I said, this is crazy.
Where in the hell can I get a hot cup of coffee? I'm obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts, and I just wanted Dunkin' Donuts to come to the South Bay so bad. And we have this, I think it was a Jack in the Box, that it is totally been stripped. They're redoing it. The inside's been gutted. There's a fence around it. And I almost put on the Calm Down podcast IG today, took a picture of it and said, please, Dunkin' Donut gods, say this is going to be a Dunkin' Donuts. Because every place I drive by that they're either building or is for lease, I'm like, that would be a good Dunkin' Donuts. That would be a good Dunkin' Donuts. You got to have ample space for a drive-through or you don't. You have to have a good amount of parking. You have to have a place for the bagels and the donuts and the coffee rolls. Please.
A place for the bagels and the coffee. So East Coast, did you develop that from living on the East Coast?
And just being in 17,000 airports and wanting and feeling bad for myself that I'm missing a holiday or I'm single and I'm alone. So I was like, I'm going to get myself a coffee roll and a freaking hot coffee with 2 pumps of hazelnut. And I don't care.
I'll tell you why. I got so excited to work at ESPN. It was a place that I always had wanted to work at. So there was 2 things. When I first got there, I was like, oh my God, this is my dream job. That was quickly interrupted by the Dunkin' Donuts. I had never been to a Dunkin' Donuts. I didn't know about it. I mean, having freaking Starbucks my whole life. I owned a coffee stand. I sold the opposite of Starbucks. I worked at a Starbucks. I mean, where's that green apron? I mean, no one loved the Starbucks coffee and coffee in general like I did. But I was introduced to Dunkin' Donuts in Connecticut. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the minute that the pumpkin comes out, I'd count down the days until they release the pumpkin. Then no wonder I was large and in charge. I would have the pumpkin muffin every day with the hot pumpkin coffee, 2 creams, no sugar. It was heaven. Although there is a Dunkin' Donuts around the corner from me, and I don't go to it anymore.
Why?
I forget about it.
How could you forget about it? I also want an endorsement from them. Dunkin' on the go. That's my middle name. Like, how am I not, okay, you've got your Eli Mannings and all. How do I not have a Dunkin' Donuts ad? Like, I love that stuff. I even have it in my Keurig every morning. I'm not. And another conversation I have with my girlfriends when I'm hungover or I'm traveling in the morning and I feel bad for myself when I'm missing everything in life is I don't know if I've had this with you, but Jackie and Heather and Megan Carter always give me a hard time about this. I like a toasted bagel plain from Dunkin' Donuts with strawberry cream cheese.
Yeah, you are the strawberry cream cheese queen.
You don't like that?
Strawberry cream cheese queen. Never in a million years would I put strawberry cream cheese on a bagel. So I'm not a bagel gal, but I love that for you. And if it makes you feel happy, Can I tell you? Sheryl Crow, where is she?
Oh, I just read something about her the other day. No. No, that's been over for a while. Can I tell you?
See, again, I'm just on top of Extra. Thank you guys for still employing me. You can check me out. I'm on Extra once a month.
Well, if you are still working on Extra, which you are, I'm sure you're going to be talking about this. And I found this person on Instagram, and I know he kind of announced he was on it. Derek Jeter is on Instagram. I covered Derek. I know you did too. Before the day ends, I tweeted about this because it made my whole day. Go to his Instagram and watch the story he put up as he's driving the car. His daughter's story is in the back seat, and all she's saying is, I want to go to Elsa's house. Daddy, I want to go to Elsa's house. No. Then he's like trying to like just kind of get her to calm down and say, okay, start counting for me. This little girl, I just loved it so much. And I know you have a Derek Jeter story, and I have several because he was so professional, so lovely, so everything being the captain. And this is just a side I've never seen of him, and it couldn't be sweeter. There he is calling me now. It's so cute. Hold on. Let me turn off my landline because it's the only thing working in my house.
Well, Erin tends to that. She's not kidding. She wrote on here, this is the best thing I've ever seen. My CC Sabathia, I said CC Sabathia because he's written something underneath Erin. But yeah, Derek. You know why I love Derek? I love Derek, and you covered him way longer than I did. I love Derek because he did that shit the right way.
Yes.
He didn't go and get married and cheat on his wife and do some shady shit. You know what he said? He said, you know what? I'm going to keep being single. Can't get in trouble for that. He did it the right way. And that wife of his, let me tell you.
Babies.
I had to interview her a couple of times on Extra. Could not be a sweeter human being. Like, on the show, like they come up with the entourages usually and whatever. Hannah Davis came all by herself, that little cutie with just her publicist. Didn't need hair and makeup. Because she's fucking gorgeous. And like, just everything about those two, I'm like, just little angels. They are.
And also the creators of The Last Dance, they're coming out with a whole series on him. And I cannot wait for it. I think it's at the end of June. I'm so excited. I hope he tells the truth about some of the people on his team because I'll be locked in on that one. And that's what I appreciated with him is he didn't put up with any fake shit. And I love the captain for that. And he was always, like I said, so lovely. I cannot wait for that. The IG follow, huge Derek Jeter fan, even though this girl is born and raised a Red Sox diehard. So I am so excited.
Troy Tulowitzki, he was a rookie when I was covering them. He wore the number 2, played the shortstop position because of Derek Jeter. And when they played the Yankees came to town. And normally this was like before interleague stuff. And so, or before there was as many interleague games, it was like every now and then or whatever. Who covered baseball? Me. I said every now and then. But anyway, so the fucking Yankees came to town. And Todd Helton, like this was a team full of like a bunch of pranksters. Him, Matt Holliday, like baseball guys spent so much time together. Yeah. They just fuck with each other. So Todd Helton and Matt Holliday bought all of Derek Jeter's colognes and they put it in the lockers of all the Rockies players and sprayed it all over Troy's jersey. So he had to go out on the field smelling like Derek Jeter. So, and he had never met him before. So then Todd introduces him and he's like, dude, why do you smell like me? He's like, they drenched my jersey in your cologne. And so he looked like such a homer because he's wearing his number. He plays his position and smelled like him, but it was very cute.
Yeah. He's, I think there's a line in the trailer for, and I'm going to butcher it like I butcher everything else. It talks about how he was like the biggest star, but he did so well just being incognito in the city of New York. I mean, go with your big bad self, DJ. Into you. Can do no wrong. Up in her.
Wait. So, babe, you just said a couple times something about the house. What's going on?
No, we were laughing because my husband is out of town, and whenever he leaves, shit breaks, shit goes down. I'm very self-sufficient. I can handle, I got it. We're good. Yeah. So we were laughing as he was getting ready to leave town. And I just said, what do you think's going to happen this time? We always get news on the baby front. We always get whatever news. Last time it was the pipe broke in the house. It was like spouting in the kitchen. I'm like, what the hell? Another time that he left, they were much like yourself wanting to take down a wall, a fence wall and move it over. And they came with blueprints and they're like, hey, we're tearing this down now. I'm like, my husband is not even in this country, right? What are you talking about? So last night, go to bed. We watched a little bit of the basketball game. Then we were watching Housewives and myself.
When she says we, she's talking about Howie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so go to bed. Everything's great. And then wake up to do the alarm. Our alarm, our entertainment system, it's all kind of like on the same bullshit panel. And other side note of this, we were all as a group out on Friday night and everybody was talking about their houses, and some have new, some have old. We have an older house. Like our house is 11 years old, whatever, it's fine. But shit starts to break. And as my husband always says, which I roll my eyes out at, the more shit you have, the more shit breaks. More shit that you have that breaks, whatever, blah, blah, mm-hmm. I butchered it. So we were all joking about that. Our entertainment system is so outdated because it was hot and cute 11 years ago. But it's just like once shit goes down, those people are no longer in service to work it. And when it's connected
because
to
the technology changes so fast. Right.
And you got the stupid iPad on the wall and it's all whatever. So this morning, How's got to go pee-pees and poop before he gets his like breakfast. I'm trying to get us out of the house because we're locked in this fortress, you know, the pad's frozen. We're not getting out. Okay. So I go to the downstairs pad.
These are broken. Mine are broken.
Not working, frozen. I was like, okay, how am I getting out of the house without the cops being alerted that are, you know, whatever. So I'm like, okay, weird. Yeah. So I take off the grid. I'm doing the toothpick. Where the hell are the toothpicks at a time like this? Don't know. Oh, do we have toothpicks?
Looking for a reset?
Yeah.
We're looking for a reset button?
We're in there.
And only that toothpick or a safety pin is going to get in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold the toothpick. Now I'm sweating because I have a cup of coffee. I'm sweating. Howie's panting. He's got a wee-wee. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay. Holding it in. Comes up. No program, no security, no television, no nothing, no air. Okay, this can't be good. Maybe I'm like, got it. Maybe I hold it in for 15 seconds, not 10. 15 makes a difference. Hold it in. Nope. Okay, now we have no program. I'm going to open the door. The alarm's going to go off and I have nowhere to turn it off. And the dog's got to piss. And poop. I don't know what to do. And Jillian and Dom are coming over and 20 minutes to do my hair and makeup. What could go wrong? Calling my husband where he is, and he's on a bike tour and at a pub. Okay, well, that doesn't help me. Who ordered this? Who installed this? Who do I call? They're not in service anymore. So I call the alarm service and I'm like, hi, my alarm's going to go off. No, it hasn't gone off. No, I know it hasn't gone off, but it's going to go off. Do you hear this dog panting? I've got to let him out of the house. I've got to get whatever. Jake comes over from State Farm. Not really, but his name is Jake.
What are you wearing, Jake?
Yeah.
From State Farm.
The TVs, the music, more important to me, the alarm, all of it's connected and we can't do anything.
Someone came over that fast?
No. I had to tell the alarm service, could they turn it off from there? Because I was about to take the dog out and I need someone to come fix it. And you know, now we need a whole new system. And that's a pretty check to write when your husband is in another country.
Did you get to go wee?
He did. He went wee-wees. But then my man, like, he knows when I'm in a rush. So then we're sniffing everything. We do the fake leg up. Oh no, I don't want to go here. I want to go. Howie, get your ass and let's go. But a lot of decisions to be made when the better half is out of town. And here's me. I'm like, let's just get a whole new thing. Let's do it. And then he wants to talk about it today. No, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to do it.
Oh no.
he's like, well, let's just talk to Jake and like, we'll see the options. I'm sorry. Does your hotel room have TV? Because this entire house doesn't have TV. And we got the Lightning and the Rangers game on tomorrow night.
TV, right,
oh, wait, I can't even watch it. I'm at Backstreet Boys. Shit. Well, I got YouTube TV.
By the way,
anyways.
If you guys didn't tune into the pregame this week, we had a revelation, which I feel like you and I talk 700 times a day. And so the fact that we didn't know this is great. Look, I'm always learning something about you.
Oh, yeah.
This one has never been to the Hollywood Bowl. She called it the Holiday Bowl. She's so excited. She's used to working a Holiday Bowl, and now she's going to the Hollywood Bowl. I'm sure you did. Yeah, we know the whale.
Wisconsin, Nebraska.
Is that a humpback? Is that an orca? We don't know at a time like this. But yeah, we're going to the Backstreet Boys concert, not together. I mean, unbeknownst to us, we're going, and I'm not even.
You'll find our group.
It's fine. I'll hear your group.
Yeah,
that's for one thing. Oh yeah, Ryan, our producer's reminding us. I also need to check back in on the TP story. I will check back in on that. Along the same lines of the house story, 7 is actually 6:45 because I wake up every morning, if not before 7:30, for the same reason. Dogs need to go outside. Yeah. Have to go to the bathroom. It's fine. 6:45, hammering. I'm like, fuck. The house next door they're building a house next door. Fine, it happens. But it's a Saturday. And aren't there some city ordinances that say like we can't start construction until 8? And why are we doing this on the weekend? So it happens. But what I'm not okay with is I'm not okay with getting a letter that says, which by the way, I never check my mailbox. So when people are like, oh, we sent you something in the mail, I'm like, who's using mail anymore? Like, I honestly, like things are like coming out of the mailbox. And when I've been gone for a couple of days, the neighbor's like, hey, do you want me to like get your mail? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. I never check the mail. Well, maybe I should start. Anyway, so this is why I don't check the mail. There's always bad news in the mail. Always bad news in the paper.
Or a coupon.
I get this letter. Always when I go to Bed Bath & Beyond, I don't have the coupon.
Right.
It's the one coupon I want. I want that 20% off. She says, oh, you don't have the coupon? I'm like, no, I don't have it. It's sitting on the counter that I didn't have because I was running the errands, didn't think I'd end up here, but now I'm buying a picnic set and some lawn chairs that I didn't plan on spending money on today. Anyways, I can't spend money on anything anymore because I have to move my fence 12 fucking inches. 12 inches, folks. That's a ruler. That is the size of Dr. J's hand.
That's a lot.
So that puts in perspective to me, that's no space. The neighbor is fighting over 12 inches. What? You are going to make me uproot my fence because not my fault. I didn't build this house. The contractor should pay for this. My property line was wrong. So now the new owners
Are you sure though? Are you sure it's wrong? I feel like I don't know what you're going to do there, but I think this sounds sophisticated. I think you should go to the county and check. I don't know what you're going to do there, but I think you should roll up to the county building and ask someone.
Okay.
I feel like my dad would say that. I think you need to go to the county or call your county. Call your county what? What county am I in?
That's what I was going to say. If you can tell me what county I'm in,
Los Angeles,
then I'll
right?
Go. I mean, I don't know. Am I in
think
Los
so.
Angeles County?
I know. Isn't it sad? I know the county I grew up in, but I don't know what county I live in. I think we're in Los Angeles County. Ryan, are we in Los Angeles County?
I don't know, but where's this magical building? Because I will roll up to the county building and I'm sure that I will have to wait. And they'll say, did you make an appointment online? And then I'll say, no, I didn't make an appointment online. I wanted to show up in person and bitch about the fact
show you how much I care.
12 inches. Yeah, 12 inches. I have to uproot the entire fence. Now I got to get the dogs out of the yard. Now I'm paying for the dog daycare. And how long is the fence going to take to get built? And are you paying for the fence, lady? Or now I have to pay for it? There is a myriad of questions here that I don't have answers to.
Yeah, the city one.
Please write your congressman and ask these questions. My God. The only question I have is, do you have hair extensions in?
Oh my God, are you crazy? Yes, stop it. And they were even washed, which half the time they aren't.
So that's my issue right now is dealing with 12 inches of fun. I can't wait for these neighbors to move in and I will not be decorating their house. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Hey, disclaimer for anyone that thinks my alarm doesn't work in my house. It does now. So my TVs don't work, but the priority, I guess, in this house, screw Lightning Rangers, but our alarm is back in service. So don't even think about it.
Oh, shit. I'll tell you what else is back in service. I swore off gambling. I paid off my balance that I owed. I got so mad. I lost more money than I wanted to over the last 2 months. And I said to myself, no, I'm not going to bet on this game 2 Celtics Warriors, because the first game I bet on, the Warriors couldn't even cover 3 points at home against a team that had no one who had ever played in the finals. And I was like, this is a layup, pun intended. What did I do last night? I'm so glad I did. I bet on the Warriors because I was like, there's no chance they lose at home and don't cover the 4 points I'm going to give them. I bought half of a point, and thank goodness I am now $1,500 up in my little gambling.
Oh, okay.
I'm feeling very good about myself because I wasn't going to bet. And I said to myself, now you're not going to bet this time. And it's going to be the bet that's going to win. And you're going to get mad for not gambling. So I did. And I'm happy. And that's going to pay for the fence that I have to move 12 inches.
I still think you should talk to the city about it. I don't know who in the city or what
county.
City you're in, but I think you should talk to the city. The countess. I have another thing that I did. I don't know how much time we've been going, but I got my nose waxed yesterday.
Hallelujah.
I was so afraid when they put the
so
wax inside my nose because you have to breathe. Like I'm not breathing. And then I was like, can I focus on just breathing in the other nostril? I was afraid I was going to get the hot wax up in my nasal passage.
Well, we need the hot wax in our ears. That's still a task.
I do want to do that.
We were going to do.
I made her show me.
Wait, so what was?
Go ahead.
How much was on there?
I wanted to see how deep that root was.
And?
They're so deep. Well, the roots are huge. I've never pulled my nostril hair out before.
Are you finding a drip? I know that you were worried about that.
I have a
sniffling, and Paul's not going to.
Yeah, it's like either something's going to drip in this house or. I just was getting this like a little thing done to my face, which it's been the 4th treatment. And she was up there and my husband's nose trimmer broke before we went to Tulum, which I was upset about. So I went in there with little scissors and I was thinking as I was doing it, how dangerous it was. So I just thought to myself, since you wouldn't tell me that I had nose hairs sticking out in Vegas.
I didn't see those. I did not see those. I saw someone else's nose hair and I told her.
Why would I not tell you? The Amalfi Coast with her.
That is
right
to be discussed at a later date. I'm very busy. I don't know what's going on. I just checked my schedule. But I would always tell you, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
This is a game changer.
It doesn't hurt at all. I think her Brazilian hurts more than getting her nose done.
I don't know why we're still doing Brazilians. Okay. That's my next gift to you.
I haven't done that.
What are we doing?
I lasered.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's the Brazilian for? Oh, that you're talking like 10 years ago.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, we're not still doing that, are we? We just not waxing the nose, but we're okay.
I need to wax my kneecaps, though, because I cannot get the proper angle on certain areas.
Wait a minute. So I was doing some stuff yesterday. I was helping out a friend with different house stuff. I came home. I was going to lay by the pool. It was really nice outside.
It was so nice.
I'm rich. I have a pool. I'm not rich anymore. I'm going to give up all my money to the neighbor.
You won't have a pool because your fence is going to be in the pool.
It's going to be a hot tub by the time this fence cuts this pool in half. Anyways, so the back of I'm put a bathing suit on and I'm rubbing the oil on my leg. Yes, it's oil. It's sunscreen on the face. Whatever. It is what it is. I'll just pay for the removal of all of the whatever sunspots.
Yeah.
Fine. So I'm rubbing the oil on my legs and I was like, what is going on back here? All the hair on the back of that hamstring that you forget about. Then I did this.
Yeah, but yours is very flexible.
Babe, no. I was out in that sunlight. I did a peek under. I said, holy shit. There are so many long black hairs.
No, there's not. I saw the back of your legs in Mexico. No, there's not.
You did not get, then you didn't get close enough. Just like you're accusing me of not looking at that nose hair. I said, there's those stragglers. And if anyone, take a look at that natural sunlight when we're done talking up on your deck. Yeah. And no one told me.
Those are really hard to shave too, because it's almost like, do you go against the grain? Those are really hard to get to.
I don't think we ever want to go against the grain. And that might be a big misconception about us. Where's Richard Deitch at a time like this? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Calm Down Podcast. And can you believe we didn't have a
format coming into this?
Going rogue. See you at Backstreet Boys. Love you.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.